Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the weekly trade breakdown. In today's trade, we did indeed catch another W. So far this week, I've taken one half risk loss and 2 wins. One win on Monday, I took a loss on Wednesday, and I took a W today. So 2 for 1 this week so far. I didn't want to do the trade breakdown on Monday because I thought, I'd let the week play out a little bit more and see if I catch any more trades. Today is obviously Thursday, so I might not end up taking anything tomorrow. So I'm going to do today's trade breakdown, okay? So, like I said, it was a win. It was for the full 3 hour today as well, like I usually go for. And I entered at 10:11 and got out at 10:31. And this, of course, was streamed live in front of my Discord, okay? So this was the trade that we took. Let's go ahead now and actually begin breaking it down, okay? So, of course, we're looking at the triad. Where is our drawn liquidity, okay? That is the main question that you want to be asking yourself every single day. For me, weekly chart, these highs are just way too obvious, okay? All-time highs look very, very close in proximity. So if I'm taking any trade that isn't in line with the high time frame draw, it's going to be a retracement, okay? There's no way we don't at least run this high here, okay? Price won't just turn around here randomly. It's going to take that liquidity, okay? So if I'm taking anything against that on the lower time frame, it's not going to be a long-lived move, okay? So coming into today, ideally looking for a long position in line with that high time frame draw, okay? So as you can see, the start of the week set the stage for the week by giving us a monthly cycle SMT. So this is already contributing to the bullish bias that I'm having due to the high time frame draw being higher. So monthly cycle, we know that this gives us bias for the week that we're trading and also potentially for the following week and even potentially the week after, okay? So this is already like a higher time frame SMT in line with my higher time frame draw and liquidity. So now also what we had today, you can see the 6 o'clock candle traded back into a 4 hour gap right there, and that also offered a cracking correlation being an SMT fill, okay? So you can see here the same gap on ES did not get traded back into at all, whereas on NQ that 6 o'clock candle completely filled the gap, okay? Also, I waited for the 6 o'clock candle to close because I wanted to see how it was going to close, okay? If it was to close bearish, still inside of the gap, I may not have taken this long, but because of that rejection, as you can see, very clean rejection. Remember, if you guys saw the daily bias video, previous candle low taken, closed back inside of this candle's range, okay? What can we expect? Higher prices. What do we now need to see on the lower time frame to confirm that we're going to see higher prices? A sequential SMT, okay? So 4 hour gap, SMT fill, 4 hour PSP, multiple higher time frame cracks. We have a higher time frame draw being higher, and then also you can see we have these cracks and correlations forming between NQ and ES, okay? So a lot higher probability whenever they form between NQ and ES, because these two are the most correlated assets out of the triad, okay? So YM was giving bearish signals, bearish SMTs, daily cycle, 90-minute cycle. Why didn't I trust it? Because, like I said, ES and NQ are more correlated assets. So if I'm getting a signal from NQ, a bullish divergence, I'm going to trust that a lot more than the one that YM showing me. Also because it's not aligned with the high time frame draw, okay? So perfect trade back into a gap, SMT fill, daily cycle sequential SMT with NQ running below London's low. As you can see, my very own indicator, which I'm most likely going to be making a video on soon, but it is now available. The true change in the state of delivery indicator marks them all out for you. So if you would like to claim the 3-day free trial of that, it'll be linked below in the description. But anyway, let's get back onto the video. As you can see, indicator marking that out. So the daily cycle SMT got confirmed at 10:15. So then any entry, this re-entry here at 11:30 was valid. And yeah, but nevertheless, the lower time frame, this daily cycle, hadn't been confirmed yet. But why did I take it without the daily cycle being confirmed? Because we had the 90-minute cycle SMT being confirmed, okay? So we had 2 SMTs taking place. We can trust the lower time frame one as long as it's in line with our draw, okay? So as you can see, the candle that dropped below that previous quarter low was this specific candle right there, that down close one. As you can see, indicator marked that one out very nicely right there. So I'll pull this out a little bit more so you guys can see. You can see that we got a closure above it right there at 10 o'clock. And we're also, due to the 4 hour PSP at 6 o'clock, what we expecting? 10 o'clock to open low, put in a high and then close, okay? So we confirmed this. We traded back into it. It overlapped with a gap as well. So even better. It wasn't unfortunately an SMT fill, but we don't need that SMT fill. We already have the SMTs confirmed. This was just an extra confluence, okay? So 5 minute, once price traded within that gap, I then of course dropped down to the 1 minute. You guys know that I enter on the 1 minute all the time. And then you can see it did actually indeed offer a nice, I wanted to get in long here after this had been confirmed. I believe this was a hidden or something there. I'm not entirely sure. It may not have been that candle. It may have been this one. But either way, you can see one of them got confirmed, but then price didn't really retest it. It just began running higher, okay? So, of course, you know, stayed patient, didn't FOMO in. I was waiting. And then I actually entered as soon as we saw this 1 minute inversion here, okay? So, it was technically a 5 minute entry off the 5 minute tCISD, but I scaled to the 1 minute and waited for the 1 minute to show me that it's ready to turn around. It was ready for the 5 minute to begin expanding to my draw. So waited for the inversion. As soon as we confirmed it here, I took my entry right there at 10.11. You know, right inside of that inversion. Stops on the swing low inside of that fair value gap, and then just target a simple 1 to 3 RR, which is right there, as you can see. Okay, so you know, we also had a micro SMT price. The indicator again marked out the bullish SMT right there. Price closed above that, confirming it. So we technically had an inversion and a bullish tCISD overlapping on the 1 minute as well. So this is what added, you know, even more to the confluence. Price even retested it and gave a better entry right there inside of the tCISD. So you could have even taken this one and got a 1 to 4.6 R, okay? But I entered after the inversion, targeting that 3R. You can see price ran towards it. We also did have a sort of like a mid time frame draw as well, which kind of lined up with my, you know, where my RR target was, which was these 15-minute highs, as you can see right there, okay? So yeah, that's essentially today's trade, guys. I hope that you guys found this trade breakdown useful, and if you do enjoy these type of videos, please do let me know in the comments down below, and also show love on the video by leaving a like and subscribing. And also don't forget to check in the description down below. All of my socials are there, along with my premium membership group, in which you can take trades like this live with me every single day, and also the new true change in state of delivery indicator will also be linked below, which you can claim a free 3-day trial. Okay, so with that being said, hopefully you guys found this useful, and I'll see you all later. Goodbye.